Hey everyone, so today I am bringing a video to introduce some of you to this beautiful new powder of mine. So it's not new, but this is the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder. So I'm sure many of you know about this out there, but I don't actually see this blogged about as much or like spoken about as much online as some other powders. And I do think that it is slightly underrated. Not underrated, but I think it needs a lot more love than what it gets. So I actually only recently picked this up when I was up in Dublin last week. No, a couple of weeks ago now. It's actually 2 weeks ago now. And I had been up in Dublin previous to this, and I was trying my best to get my hands on the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. Because I absolutely fell in love with it in the store in Space NK in Dublin, and it was out of stock. And then I was back in Dublin the following week and it was still out of stock, and my heart was so broken, even though I was kind of glad because it was like €47. So I went into Brand Thomas, and I had been thinking that maybe this could be similar. I didn't know too much about it other than Sinead from Viva Adonis absolutely adores it, and pretty much everything she loves I love anyhow. So I figured if she thinks it's as amazing as she said it was, it has to be. So I said, because I couldn't get the Hourglass one, I'd pick up this guy. And this I kind of thought in my head that this was just going to be a highlighting powder like the ambient lighting one, because I hadn't done too much homework on it. And you know, I kind of skipped over reviews and stuff like that. So basically what this is, it is a translucent setting powder. It's a mattifying powder though, but it gives a luminous finish, which is just like the best of both worlds. And it seems like it's too good to be true, but it's not. This is it does mattify, but on my dry areas, like on my forehead and stuff, it doesn't dry me out, and I'll get to that in a second. And then it does give this lovely soft focus luminous finish, because I don't look flat with it on. So it is literally too good. Like, it feels like it's too good to be true, but it's not. Now, another thing I love about this as well is that it's actually pretty much no coverage. Like, when I swipe my finger over this, it's almost like nothing comes off. And like, say for instance with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, I love this guy and I love the luminous finish it gives. You know, this will mattify me a little bit initially, and after a few hours though, it will, like, my shine will come through, whereas that doesn't happen with this. This keeps me matte throughout the day. But the biggest difference, apart from like the fact that this is translucent and this is not, is that this gives coverage. So this will change how my foundation looks, it change how my skin looks. You know, it can make my face less skin-like, obviously, because it is applying more product, more noticeable, like significant product. Whereas when I put this on over my foundation pretty much looks as it did, but without unnecessary shine or unwanted shine. So it's just such a brilliant product. And if I'm doing like a standalone video on this, you know it's something special. I've just been blown away by how amazing this is. It actually cost me €36, I forgot to say that, whereas the Hourglass would have been 47, so I saved myself €11, which is great. Now the packaging and everything on this is lovely. So this is like the NARS powder itself. Comes in a big box like this, and I'll go over the ingredients with you in a sec. And then it was in this little pouch, so you know it's packaged beautifully. You're getting a nice you know, a nice package for the price. And okay, we'll go into the ingredients quickly. So it doesn't contain talc, which is great for anyone who is, you know, a little bit concerned about that. Now the first ingredient, I don't know what it is. It's some synthetic fluorofluoropite or something like that. No idea what it is. It contains silica then, but it also contains glycerin and squalene, and those are actually very conditioning to the skin. And it does mention about that quickly here on the wee bit of paper you get with it. So basically it says it's a soft, silky and luxurious to the touch powder and undetectable on the skin, and it truly is. This weightless formula applies evenly and blends effortlessly, ideal for touch-ups, and it helps regulate shine throughout the day and seamlessly sets foundation. And usually when you read all this kind of stuff, you're like, yeah, right, I'm sure it's not that amazing, but like everything that this says is true. It's a revolutionary microfine material mineral powder, sorry, that is loaded with glycerin and antioxidant vitamin E to help guard against dryness and keep skin comfortable all day, which is very unusual because it has like that kind of dry feel to it when you put your, well, it doesn't really have any feel to it, but it doesn't have, I don't know, you know the way sometimes these guys can be more silky and you can kind of feel there's more to it. You kind of feel that these are going to be less drying, say. Whereas this, I was surprised that it was so comfortable and non-drying on the skin, because I think it's probably because it's like mineral little reflecting particles in it that makes it feel a little bit rough, and you kind of think because of that it's going to be dry, and it's not. Now I'm blabbering and just waffling now because I'm so excited about this. So what you're all wondering about is how it photographs, because that was my initial thought as well. So of course I asked the girl on the counter and she was like, oh no, it doesn't flash black, it's amazing, blah blah blah, and I was just like, yeah, I've heard that before, I'm not sure I believe you, but anyhow I went with it and I did a little test for you. So in a makeup I wore last week, I what's the word I'm looking for? What side of the face did I think this side of the face. Yes, I powdered the left side of my face and I did not powder the right side of my face, and you can see here is how it looks like without a flash, and you can barely notice any difference. You can't really tell too much that I powdered one side and not the other than it's taken down the shine directly on my nose. And then here is the same photograph but with flash, and you can see that there's actually no difference really between either side. There's no flashback on the side that was powdered, which of course is just great, and I would be very comfortable to use this now on clients because I was a little bit unsure until I did this test myself, but it does give that lovely blurred soft focus effect again, especially with the flash, which I am just absolutely in love with. And this looks beautiful in photographs, but it also looks so nice in real life. Another thing, it says that it won't give a white cast on slightly darker skin, so obviously I haven't tried that, so I'm not too sure, and it does optically diffuse the look of wrinkles and pores and all that kind of stuff. So I just couldn't be more impressed by a product if I tried, so that's why I decided it does need its own little video and little review. So I really was happy to share this with you guys, and it's rare that I fall in love with the powder this much, to be honest, because I just think there's a lot of powders out there that fall kind of short of the mark, and this absolutely doesn't. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them below as per usual. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. I upload about 3 times a week, and I'm pretty interactive as well on this channel. For anyone who is new, I try to get back to as many comments and questions as possible. But yeah, that's it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out, and just take care until my next video. I'll see you then. So long, guys.